3 lifelong friends, 6 trusty balls, and endless NFL takes. Welcome to 3 Guys, 6 Balls NFL Podcast. Welcome to episode 22 of 3 Guys, 6 Balls NFL Podcast. Today we've got more fantasy football talk for you guys. We're going to rank our top 10 fantasy running backs and wide receivers today. And I have a feeling that we're not going to have very many of these guys that are going to be ranked in the same spots. I really struggled with this. I don't know about you guys, but I really struggled with this. It was not the same as ranking the quarterbacks at all. But before we get started with our fantasy rankings today, I have to give a shout out. My mom told her friend about our podcast, and she really loves football. Her and her husband really love football. Her name's Renetta, and her husband's name is Rich. I just wanted to give them a shout out real quick because they listened to all of our episodes, and they commented on a bunch of our Facebook posts. So I just wanted to give a shout out. So shout out to Renetta and Rich, our new fans. We appreciate you guys.
We love a little R&R, all right? That sounds great.
All right, well, let's just hop right in. Let's get started with our top 10 PPR fantasy running backs for 2025.
I actually have a question here real quick. We have had a total of, one preseason game, right?
Yes.
I'm not missing anything. And, sorry, this is just off the cuff here. I had this thought the other day. I wanted to pitch it to you boys. People are lighting up about how good Trey Lance was doing. Oh, Trey Lance this, Trey Lance that. He's so good. Do you guys, as football watchers, football enjoyers, do you put any real stock in the preseason and how good somebody does in preseason?
No, those are all press releases, all of that stuff.
I think it's good experience for players, but you cannot really grade a player based off of how well they do in the preseason.
Yeah, every time I see an article or a video talking about, oh, so-and-so was cooking in practice today, I'm like, okay, first of all, it's practice with your own teammates. Second of all, who the hell wrote this? Like, I honestly think, is that your agent who paid some reporter to put this out there to leverage your contract or something? So whenever I see that, I'm like, this is nonsense. I mean, now if it's something where someone is like, oh, someone's taking more reps than the, presumed starter, that might be something there, assuming it's true. But just saying someone's cooking, it's like, you're all professional athletes. You all better be able to cook.
Everybody has a good game every once in a while.
I think it should be said that not everyone's second string is as good as everybody else's second string. And so I don't believe Trey Lance played against or with the number one team on either side. He didn't play against the number one Lions team, and he didn't play with the number one Chargers team. He's playing with the backups against the backups. I get that. It's supposed to be equal for equal at that point, but not everybody's backups are equal. And so this whole, look at his stats, he was doing so good. I don't know. I think it's a bunch of hogwash.
Yeah. His career is not revived because of one preseason game.
I mean, if you looked at social media after that game, you would disagree with yourself.
If Justin Herbert gets hurt, which hopefully not, but if he gets hurt and Trey Lance comes in and actually performs well, then I'll believe that his career is revived. But until then, I won't.
Fair enough. Sorry for derailing us.
The whole podcast is just derailed now. We can't move forward.
I am very good at that. I've been called a distraction.
High praise.
Let's jump right into our top 10 fantasy running backs. Let's go ahead and get started. We started with Will last time, so Avery, you'll go first on this one. Give us your top-ranked fantasy running back for this season.
Bijan Robinson.
I also have Bijan Robinson.
I don't.
Will? Will's wrong. Let the record show Will is objectively wrong.
Do you know why? And I'm going to contradict myself here, but because of Michael Penix, I think they're going to try to utilize his actual, because the dude can throw the ball far. He has a good arm. Accuracy is a different thing, but he can throw the ball far. And so they're going to try to use that, and they've got Drake London, they've got whatever the other guy's name is. They've got a good set of wide receivers. We talked about them before. I just don't feel like they're going to utilize Bijan Robinson in the receiving role. Because Kyle Pitts, I mean, we all know, fantasy legend Kyle Pitts, right? Every single year, putting up incredible stats. I just don't think, and we're talking specifically full point PPR leagues. So your best running backs are going to be guys who are going to get the ball in the receiving a lot. And I just don't think they're going to utilize Bijan Robinson or Tyler Eiliger.
Tyler Algier.
Thank you. I crushed it. I just don't think they're going to use either of them in the receiving game like they have in the past.
I think the opposite. I think they're going to lean on him heavily because of Michael Penix Jr.
Get right.
Later on in my list, I actually have the exact contradictory fact for, matter of fact, one of my notes, I just full on wrote bad quarterback. Like under a running back's name, I just wrote bad quarterback needs a safety net. I don't think Michael Penix Jr. is a bad quarterback. He is left-handed, but we won't take too much away from him.
Is it Alvin Kamara?
Yeah, of course it is. We'll get there, though. I just don't think they're going to use him the same. I do have Bijan Robinson on my list. He did make the top 4, actually. Number 4, if you can guess. I just don't have him. I just don't have him at the number 1 spot.
Wait, did you say who's your number 1?
I didn't say yet. I have Jahmyr Gibbs. I have Jahmyr Gibbs. The Lions are going to rely a lot on that whole offense. They had the most, maybe not the most explosive offense, but they had an incredible offense last year, and most of those pieces stayed. Unlike the Vikings offense, where you lost your quarterback, that did not happen for the Lions. I can expect near the same thing. Now, I know they lost some coaches, coordinators, whatever you want to call them, but you can expect, in my opinion, I think you can expect near the same thing from last year. I'm big into Jahmyr Gibbs this year.
All right, Will. So now it's time for me to tell you why you're wrong.
Go on.
So,
you can try.
Very similar to the quarterbacks. Since 2001, there's only been one running back that has been the leader in back-to-back points in fantasy, and that running back was Chiefs running back Priest Holmes from 2002 to 2003. Guess who was number 1 last year? Jahmyr Gibbs. Statistically, he will not be the number 1 running back this year because he was the number 1 running back last year.
So if I may counter, before Priest Holmes, do you know if anybody else has ever done it?
I don't, because they didn't give me the stats before that.
Sure. So let's just assume the answer was no, right? Let's just for this example, let's assume no one, because before 2001, were we even playing fantasy football? No, nobody. I mean, yeah, the answer is yes, but the answer is also no. So before Priest Holmes did it in 2003 and 4, right? I wasn't really listening. I was building my rebuttal.
2002 and 2003.
Yeah. Just like I said, 2002 and 2003, no one had ever done it. Okay, but you know what? Priest Holmes didn't care. You know who else doesn't care?
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Campbell. Well, Jahmyr Gibbs too, but Dan Campbell. Feed the man the ball and let him run it. Throw the man the ball and then let him run it after that.
He would know. Dan Campbell's won a lot of playoff games, so he knows how to.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Fantasy doesn't give a shoot about the playoffs, does it, pal? Fantasy football doesn't give a rip about the playoffs.
That's true.
That's why Pat Mahomes is not a great fantasy quarterback.
That's what articles.
He's great, but he's not great.
Those articles that say those players are cooking in practice. Also, no relation to the playoffs.
You're right. You're right.
This has nothing to do with real football, just practice football.
All right. So we're back to Avery. So give us your number 2 running back this year for fantasy.
Ooh, am I leading? Am I going to say my first running back before everybody?
Oh, yeah. You are. You're first today.
I got Derrick Henry.
Oh, really? At number 2?
Yep. I think
that's surprising coming from you.
As opposed to the other running backs, I feel like Derrick Henry's built a little different and a little bit more consistent.
Physically, yes.
Very much so.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's obviously that, but he's built like a defensive tackle. But I guess the way I see it is he can continually produce. He's not one of these, it's a deep cut, D'Anthony Thomas's where you have to treat him like some 69 Corvette that you only bring out for special occasions and pray that no one breathes on him wrong. I just feel like he's one of those guys you can continually expect consistent production from, and I don't expect a big dip. So whether or not he puts up the second best numbers, I just like him as far as more of a safe pick.
Consistent guy.
Yeah, he's the antithesis of McCaffrey.
Yeah, I like that. I don't have him here, but I do like that.
I'm going to go ahead and go next because Avery just mentioned my number 2 running back. It's Christian McCaffrey.
You are joking. He didn't even make my top,
dude.
Didn't even make my top 10. Didn't even make the top 10 on my list.
He's not on mine either. He's not
on my top 10.
I was like, get out of here, dude. I'll put you at 11 so I never have to say your name.
He is so broken.
Okay, so that's the thing. That's the thing, is it is a massive risk to take Christian McCaffrey.
And let me tell you, as a guy who had him in the first round in 2 different leagues last year, ain't going to happen again. You can miss me with that McCaffrey garbage.
Anyway, he's going to get Tanya Harding if he doesn't get hurt on his own. Someone's going to take the steel rod.
Okay, so this is just based off of if he's healthy, because if he's healthy, you are going to get one of the top running backs in fantasy football. Every single year that he's been healthy, so in the 5 seasons he's been healthy, he has been a top 10 running back. And the 1 year that he was number 10 was his rookie season when he was splitting carries with Jonathan Stewart. Every other year he's been healthy, he's been either number 1 or number 2. Every single year he's been healthy. Now, again, that is a massive risk to take Christian McCaffrey, because in 3 of his 8 seasons, he's missed over half the games. So it's a massive, massive risk to take Christian McCaffrey. But if it pays off, you're probably getting either the first or second scoring running back in fantasy football.
Look, I don't disagree
He's not on
with
my
that.
list.
I don't disagree with the words you're currently saying, but because of the gigantic risk, I'm just not doing it. It has been too many times what feels like in a row, and maybe this is recency bias and he's going to come back totally fine, but he's getting up there in age. The 49ers have less weapons, and so he's going to get utilized more, which feeds into what you're saying, but somebody who's already injured, I just don't trust him having the ball more.
Yeah.
And that's totally fair.
You get hurt once, shame on you. You get hurt twice, shame on me. You get hurt 3 times, shame's back on you, because you need to figure this out. You can't be a professional baller if you're going to get hurt 3 times like that.
Yeah. I have Ashton Genty in my number 2 spot.
At number 2?
At number 2, because of 2 reasons.
Hype.
Nope. Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly. Pete Carroll loves to run the ball. Chip Kelly runs
Except for one play.
Except for that one play. I wasn't going to bring it up this time. I have Seahawks fans at work who do not like it. I brought it up like 8 weeks in a row. I wasn't going to say it.
No one loves to run the ball now more than Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll is a run-first guy. Chip Kelly is a West Coast offense guy, so it's slants, it's screen passes, it's running back swing routes. It is get a guy the ball in open space and let them run. And that is one thing Ashton Genty did well, was he found his own open space and ran in college. Now, college and pros, they mean some together, but they don't mean anything really, because, look at Tim Tebow, right? All-star in college, couldn't do anything in the NFL, except win a playoff game. But that's not the point. That's fine, whatever. Who cares about the Steelers anyway? So, that's why we got Ashton Genty here. I'm buying into the, I guess you're right, it's the hype, but it's not just the Ashton Genty hype. It's the coaching staff hype along with him.
Okay. I'm going to save my stat for Ashton Genty for when I have Ashton Genty on my list.
I don't want it anyway. Yeah, I do.
Fine. I'll share it with Avery then.
I want to know.
I want to
Share
know
it with Avery.
Here, I'll
Kick you off the podcast when I share my stat.
No, I got it. No, I got it. What? What's great is I'm wearing earphones. I can't even get in my ear.
All right, let's move on to number 3. Avery, who's your number 3 fantasy running back this year?
I got Jahmyr Gibbs.
I also have Gibbs at 3.
Shoot. I'm Will. All right, Will, who do you got?
Who's your number 3?
I was waiting for you guys to give a reason as to why.
I mean, we already talked about it a little bit. He's not going to be number 1 because he was number 1 last year.
You already gave it, but we just see that just like a few notches down. It's the same thing. Just.
Oh, sure. I have Saquon Barkley.
Okay.
Fair.
Why do you have him at 3?
I don't know. I just do, right? It's one of those.
He's on the cover.
It's just like you guys and Jahmyr Gibbs here. Can't put him at 1. He was at 1 last year. He's not really number 2 because apparently Christian McCaffrey. So let's just put him at 3. I've got Saquon as probably the league's 3rd best running back, and so that's why I've got him here.
Okay, fair enough. Avery, who do you have as your 4th fantasy running back this year?
Saquon.
I have Saquon at 4 too.
Okay, I'm getting flamed out here for having him at 3. Why you having number 4?
Little did you know, Will, that Avery and I got together before the podcast, and we kind of shared our list with each other, and just kind of mixed it up enough that it didn't seem like it. But
he's being nice. I asked him for the answers, and he made me promise to change it up a little bit so it didn't look like I directly copied him.
I don't doubt that. That feels right. I took French class with you. I know how this works.
And guess who speaks French now?
Neither one of
us. I think we both know the same 3 words probably. and they're not normal words. Just I'll leave it there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Saquon Barkley had 2,000 yards rushing last season, and in the entire history of the NFL, there's only been one back-to-back season where there's been a 2,000-yard rusher, and it was not by the same player. So that's why I ranked Saquon Barkley a little bit lower than I feel like most people would, because he's not going to have 2,000 yards again. He just won't. And Avery said it multiple times. That's why I was surprised you put Derrick Henry at 2, Avery, that you think that both Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry are going to have statistically worse seasons than they did last year. So that's part of the reason why I put Saquon Barkley at 4 and not in one of the top 3 spots.
Yeah, same. Who's your 4?
I have Bijan Robinson.
He had to show up at some point.
Okay, I just wanted I freaked myself out. We already talked about him because you guys talked about it. Wait a minute, he was already on my list. No, he wasn't.
Yeah. You also told us where he was.
You actually changed it to number 1 because we were both at number 1. You just wanted to
I already talked about why. It's the whole Michael Penix thing. I don't trust him. I don't trust the Falcons, truly. I just don't trust the Falcons.
And you shouldn't.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Who's your number 5 fantasy running back this year?
I got Ashton Genty.
I'm going to get one of these guys. I'm going to get one.
You're acting like our picks just because they went first or right somehow. We're all just shooting.
No. I have Ashton Genty at 6, but I thought about honestly just saying that I had him at 5 just so I could continue to make Will feel bad.
Yeah, I love you guys too. You guys are the best. I'm so glad we do this.
I think Genty, I think for the same reasons Will had there, but also I think there's a little bit of freshman, or I guess rookie magic. The same thing with Zeke and Dak. Just like no one knows you as well, or at least your game in the professional world. I mean, as long as you're going to get utilized, and as high as Genty was taken, I'm sure he's going to be RB number 1, and they're going to use him. So honestly, if I had to say where I think he'll rank fantasy-wise, I honestly, of all these guys, I think he might have the lowest floor just because we don't know. But also, I mean, even McCaffrey. You said McCaffrey ended up at 10 his rookie year. Granted, he was behind Jonathan Stewart, but I think, I mean, if you're talking about McCaffrey, like when he's healthy, prime, like he's one of the greatest ever. So I just think Ashton living up to that, like that's a tall order. But like Will said, I think Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly, I think they'll do him right. I think he'll put up some good numbers, and it'll be exciting to watch more than anything.
Yeah, I agree. I have him at 6. I have Derrick Henry at 5. But since we're talking about Ashton Genty, I will give my stat now because it's 5 and 6 basically the same thing. So every running back that was drafted in the top 12 of the draft since 2012 has finished as a top 10 PPR fantasy running back. Do you guys think you can guess who they are?
Say that one more time. Sorry, say that one more time.
How many
There's 8 of them. Okay, so every running back since 2012 that has been drafted in the top 12 of the draft has finished as a top 10 fantasy running back their rookie year.
Isn't Trent Richardson in that group?
He is, 2012.
He had a good season.
That was his best season, yes.
Todd Gurley.
Todd Gurley is one of them. He was in 2015.
Who's the
Zeke.
Zeke 2016.
Yeah.
The years only get higher from here, just so you know.
That's 3 or 4.
That's 3. There's 2 in 2017.
Are these players still active?
McCaffrey.
One from 17 which is McCaffrey.
Yeah, McCaffrey, okay.
The other
one's not.
Right, the other one is not what?
Active
in the NFL anymore.
Oh. Is it the one?
He won a Super Bowl with the Bucs.
Melvin? Oh, never mind.
Oh, Leonard Fournette.
Leonard Fournette.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's 3 more. There's
Was Melvin?
2018. No, he had a horrible rookie year. Okay, so there's one running back in 2018 and two running backs in 2023.
I'm thinking about 2018 like it was 3 years ago. Oh, who was drafted 3 years ago?
Was Brees?
Brees Hall.
No,
for sure.
he was a second round. He was a second round pick.
2018.
Is it Saquon or Derrick Henry?
Saquon is in 2018. He actually finished first. And then 2023, there's two running backs.
Okay, that's 2 years ago. So
We've talked about both of them already. Robinson is one.
And Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yep.
Ah.
That's every running back since 2012 that's been drafted in the top 12. And every single one of them has finished in the top 10 of fantasy running backs their rookie year.
Shoot. All right. Well.
So that's pretty high hopes for Ashton Genty then.
Yeah.
It is. Will, did you give your 6?
When was Amari and Hampton drafted? I have not yet. No, I haven't given my 5 yet.
Sorry.
Wasn't he second round?
No, Amari
Hampton
Hampton was first round, but it was in the second half. Of the first
Second half, okay. At number 5, I have Derrick Henry.
Oh, so Will, me and you match. I have Derrick Henry.
We do match. Yeah, I was not going to make a big deal about it.
You wanted to say it first.
Because you skipped your number 5. Oh, this is just talking about my number 6, and that's what Avery has. Yeah. Co-conspirators over there.
I thought your 5 wouldn't matter anyway, because, you know.
Yeah, exactly. You're an idiot, remember?
All right.
Avery, who's your number 6 fantasy running back this year?
I got Jonathan Taylor. I don't like it, but that's where he is. I don't want to talk about it.
I did not put him on my list, actually.
He did not make my list either. He was an honorable mention for me.
Yeah.
For the same injury reason as Christian McCaffrey. Didn't put him on the list.
I have him there because I think Anthony Richardson's going to get hurt again, or whoever replaces him. So I just think they're going to be running it more.
Yeah. The reason I didn't put him on my list is because he's only played one full season. Every other year he's missed at least 2 games. And I know it's only 2 games, but still, you never know what 2 games it's going to be. If those are playoff games, that sucks.
Ruins your fantasy championship right there.
It does.
You already gave your 6. I have Bucky Irving at 6.
He's in my top 10. I don't have him at 6, but he's in my top 10.
I'm a big Bucky fan. I think that as Mike Evans gets older, that he's going to be – I think he's got one more 1,000-yard season left in him, and then that's pretty much going to be it for him. And so
he barely got 1,000 yards last year.
But
they had to purposely throw him the ball on the last drive to get him 1,000 yards.
I watched that. Happen, and it was so fun to watch. Truly, it was. It was such a fun, football moment. This is football. But you're not wrong. It was a bit, looking back, it's like, oh, guys, the horse is dead. Do we need to turn him into glue on this field? Come on. But they're gonna have to change their play style. And Bucky was a huge part last year, and he's going to be a huge part again this year.
Yeah, I like that. All right, let's move on to number 7. Who's your number 7 fantasy running back this year?
Bucky Irving.
Dude, I'm so good at this, guys. See, here's the thing. I'm just saying other guys before you. That way, you don't have to.
I know it makes it look like I'm sitting here changing my list. I'm like, I gotta have him up next. Then it's so important that I have him next.
All right, at 7, I have Kyron Williams.
Boo! I don't. That's fine.
I also have a Williams at number 7, but it's not Kyron.
Oh.
I have Devontae Williams. It's not.
What?
I have Dallas.
You put a Dallas running back in the top 10?
Hold, please.
Get out.
Hold,
please.
He wasn't even in consideration for the top.
He's not.
I went down to.
He's not.
I never thought about his name one time.
Allow me to enter this into the chat. We have new head coach. We have struggling
running backs.
We have struggling. See, this is another. This is a Christian McCaffrey asterisk. If he can stay healthy, then he is going to be the workout horse for Dallas. You've got George Pickens, you've got CeeDee Lamb, and Dallas is always a run-first team. You have a new head coach who truly got this because he was just in the right place at the right time. He's not. No one wanted Schottenheimer as Dallas' head coach. He just kind of is there now.
Well,
I guess. Yeah, because he's a yes man. And Jerry loves to run the football first because he's still dreaming about Emmitt Smith. He still has a dream that, this is the Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Mike Irvin days. It's not. And so they're a run-first team, and Dak is a dump-the-ball-off kind of quarterback. And so for the same reasons as Alvin Kamara, just different type quarterback, he's going to get overutilized and he's going to rack up a bunch of points. I have Javonte Williams on my list, number 7, and I'm sticking beside it.
That is a very interesting pick. I would not.
Good.
I would not have gone that route. But good
I don't care.
I put Kyron Williams at number 7 because in both of his relevant seasons in the NFL, he has finished at number 7 in fantasy. One of those years he only played 12 games, but he still finished at 7. And last year he finished at 7. So I'm putting him at 7. Let's move on to number 8. Who's your number 8 fantasy running back?
Alvin Kamara.
Me too.
Really?
Wait, I got him at 8?
I have Alvin Kamara, number 8.
I did not have him on my top 10. He came in at 11 for me.
Boo! Everybody boo Joel. Boos in the chat. F in the chat.
We're supposed to be on the same team.
Yeah, F in the chat for Joel.
I'm switching teams. to Will or to somebody. I don't know.
Well, Will, you've kind of said it before, kind of for the reason why you think Kamara is going to be a good fantasy running back this year.
Dude, their quarterback sucks, right? They don't have a good option. They have no option. He's a rookie quarterback who couldn't start at Oregon, where, I mean, let's be honest, he is not great. His one season at college, not great. Got picked 40, bit of a reach. And so here he is. I was being polite, just like you were with my pick for Javonte Williams. You were being polite. The Saints also have none other than Kellen Moore as their head coach, right? And so here we are at not a great head coach, not a great quarterback, so they're going to rely on their workhorse running back. Now, that is also, again, if he comes back healthy and can remain healthy, but he's going to have a safety net, and Alvin Kamara could legitimately have 400 catches this year because what's-his-bucket just can't throw the ball.
True.
Yeah. I didn't put him on my list because although he did finish 5th in points per game last year and 9th overall, he has missed at least 2 games every season since 2019. And so, I mean, it kind of contradicts my Christian McCaffrey thing, but I just feel like the reward with Christian McCaffrey could outweigh the risk.
There's a higher ceiling there for sure.
All right. So I have Devon Achane at number 8. Ooh. And I just feel like he is one of the best weapons that the Dolphins have. I mean, he had 78 catches last year, and, you know, that was probably because Tua missed some games, and so the quarterback just dumps it off to the running back. But he is an explosive player. He's going to get his catches. They're going to utilize him because he's one of the best players that they have on offense. He's one of the most explosive players that they have. I feel like his catches are going to come down, but I feel like he's still going to be up there. The running back room for the Dolphins is pretty, I mean, I wouldn't say loaded, but it's got a lot of depth, and so I feel like they're going to add some more guys into that rotation this year. But when they need an explosive play, I mean, they have Tyreek Hill and Devon Achane. Jalen Waddle is okay, but, you know, they've got those 2 guys are really their explosive players on that offense, and so I feel like he is going to continue to be utilized as he has been. All right, who's your number 9 fantasy running back this year?
Devon. It's the same guy.
I should have gone first so you could change your mind and put him at 8.
Yeah. Well, you did go first just before me somehow. Your last. I know. The last 8 was my first 9. So for the same reasons, I think he's good, but I think I have him low. I would have actually had him higher if I thought Tua was going to be injured again, but I'm being irresponsibly optimistic on Tua's health. And so I think he's going to be around and therefore
welcome
not
to the
get
club.
as many. Yeah.
Just wait till you see where I have Tyreek Hill listed.
Oh, no. Oh, jeez. Okay. All right, Will, who's your number 8 running back?
9.
Are we on 9?
9.
Will, who's your number 9 running back?
There
8,
it is.
9, it's all the same.
I have DeAndre Swift, the Chicago Bills. I know it's the Bears, but that's a New Girl reference. See Alvin Kamara at number 8, right? New head coach. He's going to start off conservative. But it's Ben Johnson. And I literally wrote down in my notes, Ben Johnson, question mark? We don't know. We have the Lions, right? And we have what he did at the Lions. And guess what? Jahmyr Gibbs did pretty good last year. And so now he's in Chicago. And listen, Caleb Williams is bad. I don't know who needs to hear this, and so I'll say it again. Caleb Williams is bad. He is not a good quarterback. He wasn't good at USC. He wasn't good anywhere else in college. He is not good. Now, granted, better than you? Yeah, I know, Internet. He's better than me. I'm not a professional quarterback. Anywho, DeAndre Swift is going to have to, they're going to have some sort of offense, and they're just going to start handing the ball off again and again and again. DJ Moore is going to take a huge hit. I don't even have him listed in my top 10 for receivers because of that. Because, as we talked about already, whoever's putting these practice tapes out of these quarterbacks and receivers, oh, look how good they're doing. I don't know who's got their, whatever, sand in their craw, as they say, for Caleb Williams, but they're putting some spike film out on him about him missing the net multiple times. You guys see that? When they're doing a drill where he's throwing into a net and he misses like 4 in a row and he storms away like a toddler. Like, dude, come on. And maybe it's Bears camp doing that to throw everybody off the scent. But usually you do that when the guy's already good and say, oh, he's having an off year. Well, he's having an off career.
I can't wait for when we have our Bears fan as a guest come on the show on August 18th, and he and Will are just going to go at it, I feel like. Avery and I have both said good things about Caleb Williams and the Bears. We've also said some bad things, but we've said some good things. But Will hates pretty much everybody, so.
Dude, I am the hater. And that's fine.
I'm like, with the Bears, I'm like that abusive, weirdly emotional boyfriend who abuses them, but then says they love them. Like, no, like, you're sweet, though, but.
You deserve this. You made me do this to you.
Sit in this hot car. Anyway.
All right, my number 9. I have Packers running back Josh Jacobs. And I just feel like the Packers leaned...
You could have said anybody.
The Packers leaned heavily on Josh Jacobs last year, and I think they're going to do it again. He finished the season with at least 1 touchdown run in his last 8 games, and I think he's going to continue the success he had towards the second half of last year going into this season. Number 10, who do you guys have as your number 10 fantasy running back this year?
Chuba Hubbard.
Chuba. I don't hate that.
Panthers are up. Not super up, but they're up from where they were, which was really low, so... I feel like it's hard to disagree with that statement. But I think Chuba's been getting better every year. I think he's gonna hit it.
Oklahoma State Cowboy, right? Chuba Hubbard.
I don't care.
All right, Will, who do you have at 10?
Hold on, I want to find the answer to my question.
Yeah, he is.
Avery doesn't really know. He just said that just to...
No, he was 2021. Yeah, he's Oklahoma State.
I have Kyron Williams. See Joel's answer at number 7.
Except I ranked him at 7 because he was 7, so that answer doesn't make sense.
Listen, that logic is... I'm getting railed for my logic here.
He's definitely not 10, you idiot.
I'm getting railed for some of my logic here. Oh, he's been 7 the last 2 years, so it's going to be 7 again. But no way possible is someone going to finish first twice. No way. But this guy, 7 3 times in a row. Yeah, Maybe I do listen to the show, Joel.
All right, I have Bucky Irving at 10. I just think that there's so many weapons on that offense that, Bucky Irving towards the last half of last season, he really took over. He started, being the kind of the primary running back. But I feel like that offense just has so many weapons that it's going to be hard for any one player on that offense, aside from Baker Mayfield, to be like ranked super, super high. There's only one football, and you got to spread it around to all these guys. And, there's Mike Evans, there's Tez Johnson, there's Emeka Egbuka, there's Chris Godwin, there's Cade Otton, there's Bucky Irving, there's Rashad White. There's all of these guys that the football has to go to. And so I don't think there's going to be one guy that's going to be like super, super ranked high, but I think that they're all going to do fairly well.
I had him at 7, so this is all pointless.
Yeah, but I had him at 6, so...
Will wins.
Yeah, it's fine. It's whatever. I'm not cool or anything. I just know how I am, so...
So...
All right, let's move on to our top 10 receivers, and then if we have time at the end, we'll do some sleeper running backs and wide receivers if we have time. So, Avery, who is your number one fantasy wide receiver this year?
Jamar Chase.
Same.
I also have that one.
Yeah.
Hey, we did it, guys.
Hey,
I think we can. Wait, do we have to elaborate on that one?
I'll just say, unlike the running backs and quarterbacks, there have been multiple receivers that have finished number one in points in back-to-back seasons. So in 2001 and 2002, Marvin Harrison did it. In 2008 and 2009, it was Andre Johnson. Then in 11 and 12, it was Calvin Johnson. And then in 14, 15, 16, and 17, it was Antonio Brown.
I think people forget how good he was. It's all recency bias of him taking his pads off in Tampa Bay and his rap videos and his adult videos. And all.
ESPN.
Yeah.
Cracker of the year.
He was good, though.
He was so good.
He was very good.
He was unbelievable. Like, if you got him in Madden, just have him run a streak route. You're scoring a touchdown every single time. He was so good.
4 straight years. So, yeah, I don't think there's really any question that it's Jamar Chase. Okay, who's your number 2 fantasy wide receiver this year?
Do either of you guys not have Justin Jefferson right here?
I don't.
Of course
I
not.
don't. Do you know why?
CD Lamb.
I do have CD Lamb, actually, because J.J. McCarthy sucks.
You don't know that.
I do know that. I watched him play college ball.
That doesn't
It's
mean
his first
anything.
season. It's his second rookie season.
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking of Mike McCarthy. I thought you were talking about Dallas. I was like, what?
No.
Is he still hanging around there?
Listen. I have Justin Jefferson at number 4. It's not like I bumped him out of my top 5. He's number 4. But I don't. That team is going to be less good offensively, and that whole offense is going to take a hit because Justin Jefferson
hates Michigan.
I am not a big fan, but it's not. That's not actually why. J.J. McCarthy just isn't that good of a ball thrower, and I'm willing to be wrong. Put it on the damn spreadsheet for all I care. He just isn't
better
good.
than you.
I mean, yeah. You got me. You got me. All right, I'll move him up my list right now. Hey, I'm doing it. No, I have CeeDee Lamb here.
Why do you have CeeDee Lamb at 2?
Because I'm a Dallas homer, clearly. Look at the thing. Even with Dak being out and even with Dak being kind of terrible, CeeDee Lamb still puts up good numbers. And just like Justin Jefferson is going to put up good numbers, I just think that the acquisition of George Pickens is going to help CeeDee Lamb.
All right. Who do you guys have?
That high is wild.
You're wild.
What?
And dumb.
Wait, do you have CeeDee Lamb in your top 10, Avery?
Somewhere. Not that. Not too high. Not at number 2.
All right. Who's your 3rd ranked fantasy wide receiver this year?
It's CeeDee Lamb.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever done.
I think he's really good. Not number 2, but 3 maybe.
You set that up so perfectly.
It was all based on Joel asking me who my next guy was. I had to get it right in there. It's getting hot.
That's great.
For all the reasons Will said, just a little bit lower.
Like 1 spot lower.
I have CeeDee Lamb at number 4. But
But we're talking about number 3.
Will got mad at me last time for skipping, so I'll go back to my number 3 real quick. So at number 3, I have Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Same. So we have the same top 4 in a little bit different order. Because I have Justin Jefferson at 4, you have CeeDee Lamb at 4. We have the same 4 receivers in the top 4 slot.
Wait, Avery, who's your number 4?
Tyreek Hill.
Oh, boo.
Wait a minute. I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I thought you already said who you had it for. I'm just messing up here.
Joel started jumping ahead, and then we all started jumping ahead.
I thought you were just talking to me, Will.
We had the top 3 together.
But, Will, you and I have the same top 4.
Okay, you and I have the same top 4, yes.
Joel,
So
who are your 4?
Who don't you have in there, Avery?
I have Jamar, Justin, CD, Tyreek.
He does not
You
have
have St. Brown. St. Brown,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So I have St. Brown as number 3 because the last 2 years he's been number 3.
Oh, my gosh.
And he's had a minimum of 90 catches every single year in his career, a minimum of 90. The last 3 years he's had at least 100 catches every year, so he's going to be up there. Will, who was your number? You had Amon-Ra St. Brown as number 3? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. I answered my question while I was asking you the question. All right, Avery, you have Tyreek Hill, right?
Yep, number 4.
Let me just officially ask, who's your number 4 fantasy wide receiver this year?
Tyreek Hill. That's my guy. I think he's going to stay healthy, and I think he's going to micromanage Tua to make sure he doesn't get hurt. And I think they're going to have a good, healthy, strong business professional football relationship. And they're going to throw a lot of passes to Tyreek, and I think he's going to run the ball a lot with the ball in his hand, and I think he's going to go in the end zone a lot. And I think he's going to do it probably like the 4th best out of all the receivers.
Did you guys see the video where Tyreek Hill said that he didn't know the playbook for the first 3 years he was in Miami?
Booby Miles didn't know the playbook. Look how that turned out for him.
Yes, his sprained MCL, out for career.
Dude never even got checked up. The doctor just showed him this MRI. He freaked out, left. They never figured out like what the timetable was. He just assumed his career was over.
Yeah, sprained MCL.
Dude never even asked.
It's over.
just
Sprained MCL. I hate that movie. I love it, but I hate that movie. It's like somebody who knows a little bit about football made a football movie and just didn't do any real research.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right.
Joel,
Well,
since
CeeDee Lamb.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, since we know everybody's top 4, who's your 5th ranked fantasy wide receiver this year?
Drake London.
I knew Avery would have him up there somewhere.
At this point now, I've been locked in with the Falcons receivers. I gotta stay on that train.
Gotta do it.
He was one of 8 receivers with 100 catches or more last season. So he had a really good year.
5th best good, in my opinion.
What a good stat. 5th best good.
Will, who do you have as your 5th ranked wide receiver for fantasy this year?
I have Tyreek Hill, and I was expecting to get some flack for this. But Avery's got him at 4, so I'm actually less crazy than Avery. So
I do not have him as a top 10 wide receiver.
For all the reasons Avery said, I think that he's going to micromanage what's-his-face's health and make sure old Crab Hands doesn't get Crab Hands again. And then they're going to throw the ball a lot and score a lot of touchdowns.
I was really worried you were going to have him a lot higher. When you said Tyreek's on my other list, I'm like, shoot, I hope he's not higher than 4.
I was not expecting either of you to have him in the top 7.
I think if he's healthy and has a quarterback to throw to him, I think he's one of the best still in the league.
Yeah, agreed.
It's a little bit of a McCaffrey situation, but it's not him getting injured this time. It's the person who needs to throw the ball to him.
It's the old crab claw.
Yeah.
Which I shouldn't make fun of his alleged
that's
concussion.
terrible. That's terrible. All right, at number 5, I have Malik Neighbors.
Ooh.
He finished 6th in total points because he missed 2 games last year. But if he had played those 2 games, he would have finished 4th in total points. He was the 2nd most targeted wide receiver out of any receiver in the league last year, behind Jamar Chase. He had 5 less targets in 2 less games. The Giants are going to throw the ball a lot to Malik Neighbors again this year. And so that's why I think he should be a top 5 fantasy wide receiver, because he's targeted a lot. And when you're targeted a lot, chances are that you're going to have a lot of fantasy points.
Which quarterback in New York does him the biggest favors? Who is the best for him?
Well, I personally don't think that Jackson Dart is going to play or at least start unless there is an injury. So Russell Wilson.
That didn't necessarily answer my question.
Who is the best for him?
Don't answer it.
Well, the person who is playing is going to be the best for him.
Okay.
That was a good answer.
Tell that to Tyreek Hill last year when Tua was out, because the guy playing was not the best for him.
Okay, well, Malik Neighbors had Daniel Jones, so...
Yeah, dude. Danny Dimes, Colts legend.
Did you see that the Colts listed on their depth chart that the starter is either Anthony Richardson or Daniel Jones?
No.
Yeah, that's what they put on their depth chart is Anthony Richardson or Daniel Jones.
I hope Orr's
Sucks to be a
good.
Colts fan right now, dude.
Dude,
Those are your choices.
when did they draft Orr?
All right, who's your number 6 fantasy wide receiver this year?
6, I got Amon Ra.
Okay, Will?
All right, Will, who do you got?
I have Malik Neighbors.
Why were you giving me a hard time about number 5?
Because 5 is crazy. He was 6th best last year. He's going to be 6th best this year, Joel.
How would you put him top 5? He's not top 5.
Well,
He only had 1 year. It was his rookie season, okay?
now he's going to have a 2 years. This will be his second rookie season.
When you're like Kyrie Williams and you're 7th 2 years in a row, it makes sense.
Well, okay, I guess.
All right, I have Puka Nacua.
I got Puka Nacua. That's too high.
I don't even have him in my top 10.
He was 6th in points per game his rookie year, and he was 3rd in points per game last year. He missed games last year, but 3rd in points per game. So if he's healthy, then he's going to be up there. I know he has Devontae Adams, but he had Cooper Kupp.
It's easy to be higher in points per game when you're playing less games. That's all.
What?
If you play in 3 games and you score 25 points those 3 games, you have 25 points per game, and you don't play the rest of the season. You're going to be 1st in points per game because you got 25 points per game. Now, you missed the majority of the season, but per game, you just didn't play in the rest of it.
Yeah, but he didn't play 1 game. He played over half the season, so there's a good sample size there. It's not 1 game.
He's mid, maybe. He's all right.
In my opinion, he's still the wide receiver 1 for the Rams. It's not Devontae Adams.
I worry that Matt Stafford disagrees because Matthew Stafford's also old, and he's going to throw to the old guy.
I don't think that means anything. I think he has an in-game connection with Nacua already, and I think it's going to take a little bit of time for him and Adams to get that connection. And so I think Nacua is going to be his go-to guy.
Although Aaron Rodgers and Matt Stafford throw the ball very similarly, and so I bet it's not as far away as people think.
I guess we'll see.
We
All
will,
right,
I guess.
who's your 7th-ranked fantasy wide receiver?
I got
I know Avery.
Mate.
Yeah,
I got,
of course you.
Puka Nacua.
Ugh.
That's too high. 6 is too high.
Still not in my top 10.
All right, who do you have then, Will?
I have Brian Thomas Jr.
Hey, we got one.
We
I
got
also
one.
have Brian Thomas
Well,
Jr.
We got a couple, but yeah, dude's gonna be aight. And all of this, what's his face? The dude that plays both ways. I know what
Travis Hunter.
That's the one, Travis Hunter. All the Travis Hunter hype's gonna be great, and everyone's gonna fade over and try to stop the ball over there, and Brian Thomas is gonna reap the reward.
That's exactly my thoughts.
I sounded so sad saying that because it's the Jaguars, and they're just gonna be perpetually bad, and Trevor Lawrence is just perpetually bad, and I just look. They need to get Tom Coughlin back in the building, I guess, but I don't have any high hopes for that team as a whole. I don't want any Jaguars players on my fantasy team because of that, but if I had to take any, probably him.
Yep, I have him as 7 for the same reason. I think that when Travis Hunter is on offense, the defense is going to want to stop him, which is going to open things for Brian Thomas Jr. I think the defenders are going to want to stop the cocky two-way player who just won the Heisman, and that's going to be a mistake because that's going to open a lot of stuff for Brian Thomas Jr. So that's why I have him at 7. All right, who do you guys have as your 8th fantasy wide receiver?
I got A.J. Brown.
I also have A.J. Brown. Joel?
I have Drake London.
Damn
No,
it.
take it back. Actually, no, I'm cool with that one there since he wasn't up higher. But A.J. better be the next one.
He's my, I won't say.
Don't say 10.
Honorable mention.
A.J. Brown's good. I think he'll be good again. So
Yeah. I just put him a little bit lower on my list because of the style of offense. They focused a lot on running the ball, and they're going to do the same thing. I think teams are going to focus on stopping Saquon Barkley. So that's why I did put him in my top 10 because He wasn't in the top 10 last year, but I put him in the top 10 this year because I think they're going to focus more on stopping Barkley, and so Jalen Hurts is going to have to throw the ball a little bit more than he did last year. All right, who do you guys have as your 9th-ranked fantasy wide receiver? Sorry.
I have Brian Thomas for the reasons y'all gave.
I have Drake London because I don't trust Michael Penix.
We were close.
We were.
I don't know if you guys are going to like my number 9 pick or not.
If it's my number 10, I'm going to be upset.
It's Nico Collins for the Houston Texans.
Damn it, dude.
I have him at number 10.
All right, well, now you know my whole list.
Well, I had A.J. Brown at 10, so.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, I like Nico Collins. I like Nico Collins a lot because of his connection with C.J. Stroud. He does have a little bit of an injury risk because in the last 2 seasons, he hasn't played a full year. He's had some injuries, but when he's in, he's good. And this year they have a few new receivers. A couple of them are rookies. They've got Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel on that team. And they also have Christian Kirk, who is an experienced receiver, but he's new to that team. And so the only, good receiver on that team that has a connection with Stroud is Nico Collins. So I think he's going to be up there in the top 10 because of that.
All of that is why I have him as 10.
All right. What do you guys think? Do we have time for a couple sleepers?
I got some for running back.
Okay. Give us one fantasy running back sleeper, Avery.
Oh, Marion Hampton.
Of course.
I think it could be big. I think he breaks through with that later first round status, but performs the same as the top half of the first round running backs from the past, 12, 13 years. I think
even with Najee Harris there?
Yeah. I think Najee Harris gets hurt or Tanya Harding. I'd take either
or never
one.
comes
You
back.
think he gets hurt even though he hasn't missed a game his whole career?
He's currently hurt, isn't he?
He has a superficial eye injury. He's supposed to be ready for the start of the season.
What's a superficial eye injury?
I don't know exactly
he got
what
poked
that
in
means.
the eye? What does that mean?
No, it was.
That sounds like he got poked in the eye. Superficial? That's
it was
poked
with
in the eye, dude.
fireworks.
He got
All right.
JPP.
He got flashbanged.
Yeah, except he didn't blow his eye off. Will, do you have any sleepers for either running back or wide receiver this year?
I like Tony Pollard. Now, granted, I liked him at
Good line, I
Dallas.
think.
Did good there. Cam Ward, I'm not gonna harp on him as much as I've harped on a lot of these other guys. I just don't have a lot of faith in the Titans organization. And when Derrick Henry was there, they relied heavily on a running game, and they are still going to do that. They get new quarterback in, but they still need to run the ball to be successful. And Cam Ward's going to have that. So I like Tony Pollard.
I like that. I think that's a good pick.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, somebody asked me now.
Hey, Joel.
Who's
That's
one
all
of
the time we had for today.
your
Joe,
sleepers? Who's one of
why don't you
your
close this out?
honorable mentions?
Hey, Joel. Who do you like sleeping on us?
Yeah,
Who's sleeping? Who's sleeping,
Who you
Joel?
sleeping with these days
Hey,
on the
Joel.
list?
Shit, Joel.
Who's on
All
your
right,
roster?
somebody asked me the question so I could put it on social media.
Don't hate the
Joel,
player.
what
hate the
man
game.
are
Who
you sleeping with? What man are you sleeping with, Joel? Tell us.
Avery.
Who's sleeping on your list?
All right, Joe, which one of these fantasy running backs and wide receivers do you have as a sleeper this year?
Who's your favorite fantasy sleeping man?
Please put that on the internet.
He has us ask him one question.
I tried really hard. All right, one more time. Here we go. All right, take one. First take.
All I'm asking for is one time.
Hey, Joel, you like fantasy football? We just went over our top 10s. Who else you got? Maybe a sleeper that's down a little bit further on the list. Maybe a late round guy we can pick up in round 10 to 15. Who you got?
Who?
I don't know if he's going to be that far down, but I have Jaguars running back Travis Etienne
All right.
as a
Why's
fantasy
that?
sleeper. So last year he finished as the 35th overall running back. On ESPN's rankings, he's currently ranked 37th. But in 2023, he finished as the 3rd overall running back. He's only one season removed from finishing 3rd overall in fantasy. Prior to last year, he had 2 straight 1,000-yard rushing seasons. And, last year he was hurt a little bit. Trevor Lawrence was hurt a little bit. So Tank Bigsby was the leading rusher for that team. But they have Liam Cohen as their head coach. And look what he was able to do with Bucky Irving and Rachaad White. Both of those running backs finished in the top 22 in fantasy last year. And I think he's going to try and create a similar offense with the Jaguars. And so I think that both Tank Bigsby and Travis Etienne are going to have a significant role for that team. And so I think that Travis Etienne, he's still the starter. I think he's going to get the majority of the touches, even though Tank Bigsby will contribute. I think it's going to be Travis Etienne, and I think Liam Cohen's going to do what he did with Bucky Irving and Rashad White with Travis Etienne and Tank Bigsby, and they're both going to have a nice season this year.
That was very well thought out. Thank you, Joel.
Yeah,
Thank
makes me feel bad for all the stuff we were saying earlier.
What
trying
stuff?
to ask you a question.
What do you mean?
No!
I'm leaving all of that in.
Good. Yes.
All right. Well, next week for our fantasy rankings, we're going to talk about our top 10 fantasy tight ends. And then I haven't decided yet if we're going to do our top 10 defenses and kickers. We might just cut it to 5. I think we'll just do 5 probably because nobody really wants to talk about kickers and defenses that much. So we'll do our top 10 tight ends, we'll do our top 5 kickers, and our top 5 defenses for fantasy. And then the week after that, we have our guest from Bear Den Live coming on with us. We're going to talk about the Chicago Bears. And I know Will's excited for that one.
Dude, I'm going to be sick that day. Is it the 18th?
That is the 18th.
Yeah, I'm sick that day, guys.
I'll be there to even the playing field to keep it balanced in case someone starts talking them up. I need to push them back down to reality.
Someone has to be there to tell this Bears fan from a Dallas fan that their team's bad. And that their organization's messed up.
If I say it, that's one thing, but if a Cowboys fan says it, that's rough.
All right, well, that's all we have time for today. We'll be back next week with more fantasy football rankings for you. And as always, don't forget to keep your balls played with. We'll see you next time.
Bye now, y'all. Also, Mark Davis' haircut still sucks.